He's a bad beast on that barbecue, on the grill or the smoker. He knows just what to do. He's a bad beast on that barbecue.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, welcome back to another episode of Bad Beast Barbecue. Hey, today we're gonna be doing some beef jerky, but we're gonna be doing it down here in the man cave. Outside right now it's like 22 degrees outside. We got snow flurries everywhere. So I wanted to do this out on the Rectech smoker to get a little smoke flavor to it, but unfortunately the weather is not cooperating with us today, and I just don't feel like running back and forth out there in the weather in order to make beef jerky. So we're gonna do it down here, and we're gonna use the Nesco Dehydrator that we have to make our beef jerky today, okay? So what we did, we got I think this is about a 3-pound eye of round, and we put it in the freezer for a little bit, make it firm, and then we sliced it in our meat slicer, thin enough to do beef jerky. And then we're trying this new marinade that we haven't tried before. Normally we make homemade marinade, but we grabbed some McCormicks Montreal marinade, and you mix it with oil and water, and you put it in the bag with the meat, and you let it marinate. Now this has been marinating for almost 24 hours now, so it should be well seasoned. So we're about to go ahead and start putting it in our dehydrator, and we're gonna let it go until it's ready, anywhere between 4 and 6 hours, depending on the thickness of your meat. So hang around. We're gonna do this this quick prep work of getting them on the racks, and then we will come back and we'll pat them dry in between cooking to make sure we get some of the excess fats and oils off of them, and we'll continue to dry them until they're ready. So hey, hang around and don't go nowhere. All right, guys, so we're done with our dehydration here. This has been going for about 6.5 hours now. I tested a couple of pieces, and they seem to be dry. So let me go ahead and open this up. Let's take a look at what it looks like. All right. So let me go ahead and give you a close-up look at some of the beef jerky. So as you can see, the beef jerky is dry, and in some places it might be a little too dry. That's why I like doing it on the smoker. I don't have that smoky smell like I normally do when we do it on the Rectech. Let's lift off another tray. And here's some more of the beef jerky. So, all right, so let's go ahead and have a taste test. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and taste one of these. Let me get one of this. Let's see, pliability. Now, see, I don't like my beef jerky brittle. I like it with a little pliability, and this one here is pretty good. I like the way this one looks right here. I can smell the marinade from the McCormicks that we use. Go ahead and taste it. Okay, so I'm gonna say it has some decent flavor. It's not knock your socks off type flavor that you normally get when you make your own rub. The flavor is there, but it's subtle. I could have stood to probably have seasoned the beef jerky right before we put it in here while it was still kind of damp from the marinade. We patted it dry, take a little rub and sprinkle on it so when it dries, the rub would dry, adhere to the skin. What we'll probably do is we'll probably take our smoking gun and we will probably smoke some of this to see if we can add some smoke flavor to that. Matter of fact, why don't we go ahead and do that right now? So, be right back. All right, guys, so I ran and got my Bravo smoking gun here. You guys have seen me use this before. I'll put an iCard up here in the top of this, in the video here, so you can check out the initial use and setup of this Bravo. And we're gonna be using some maple wood here, so hopefully that might add a little bit more sweetness to it. Okay, so let me go ahead. What we got here is we got about 5 or 6 pieces of our jerky, and we're just gonna put this in a Ziploc bag. Now there's no moisture for the smoke to adhere to, so we'll see if this works. So this might be a moot point, but let's go ahead and give it a try. So if our bag's partially closed, leave the nozzle in there. All right, so we're gonna leave this in the Ziploc bag for about 5-10 minutes, or maybe until the smoke dissipates, and then we'll see if we were able to add some smoke flavor to the beef jerky. So hey, hang around and we'll test it out when we come right back. All right, guys, so they've been in the bag here for about 6 minutes or so. So we'll see if we can get a little smoke flavor on this stuff here. Of course, I can't really tell if it's smelling smoky or the room smells smoky, so but let's see if we can get some flavor here. It does smell a little smoky. Yeah, it did add a little bit of smoky flavor to it, but it's just not as deep or as a flavorful smoke as I get when I do my beef jerky, like on the Rectech pellet smoker out there, where it can go nice and slow and low and get a lot of smoke from the pellet smoker. So it's there, it works, but it's just not authentic like you get when it's out there. So, but all in all, these are some decent beef jerky. I mean, I'll just snack on this at work throughout the week. Like I said, the 2 things that I would do different is, one, if I was going to use the McCormicks marinade again, then I would definitely season the beef jerky additionally with maybe some SPG or some other rub right before it goes on the dehydrator. So you take it out the bag and you dab it to get all the excess marinade off, and just take you some seasoning and lightly hit the beef jerky before it goes into the dehydrator. You'll get a much more pronounced flavor on it, okay? And second, if the weather wasn't so jacked up out there, then I would probably have done this on my Rectech pellet smoker outside, okay? Just so I can get some actual smoke flavor. But for being down in the basement today on such a crappy day, this is not too bad. So, well, like we always say, where there's smoke, there's fire. If there's fire, then damn it, there just might be a barbecue there. Or some beef jerky. Might have to incorporate some Crown Royal in the next batch just to see how that works out. Hey, as always, we'll see you guys around the smoker.